This is hustle and flow, leadership through the margins. The Notorious B.I.G. Hustle and flow when systems extract talent. We're going to talk about the Notorious B.I.G., also known as Biggie, who rose fast in the hip hop world. His story matters because it helps us understand systems, how talent is elevated without protection, why protecting people is essential to prevent harm, and how competition is a common play. Biggie understood the game was rigged. He wasn't trying to win it, he was trying to survive it. To understand how he did that, we have to start with where he came from. So, who was the notorious B.I.G., also known as Biggie Smalls? Born Christopher George Latore Wallace, he was born in Brooklyn, New York, and grew up primarily in the Bedford Stuyvesant neighborhood, including time living near Fulton Street. He was raised by his mother, Valletta Wallace, a preschool teacher, and he attended Catholic school. From an early age, he was known for strong language skills, a sharp memory, and an ability to tell stories. As a teenager, he became involved in street life while also developing a growing interest in music. Rap became a way for him to describe what he saw, what he lived, and what he observed around him. And that awareness didn't happen by accident, it was shaped by the system he grew up inside. The system impact. Biggie grew up in a time when there weren't many people looking out for you. Systems that were supposed to protect people were weak or gone, so competition replaced working together. When that happens, survival comes before safety, and people learn to think fast just to get by. That's what shaped how Biggie moved. Not because he wanted conflict, but because the system didn't offer protection. When no one has your back, you learn to watch your back. Leadership matters most in moments like that, when systems fail and people are just trying to get by. That's the system Biggie grew up in, and it shaped how he moved. MAFIA, or Mafia, How Biggie Survived and Led. Biggie used a mindset to help him survive the systems he was exposed to and also to lead other artists. He referred to it as mafia, which stands for Masters at Finding Intelligent Attitudes. It helped him stay calm under pressure, anticipate threats before they escalated, make deliberate moves instead of emotional ones, and turn intelligence into opportunity. It's how he survived long enough to rise. As Biggie gained power, he didn't keep that knowledge to himself. He mentored younger artists and called them the Junior Mafia. He passed down awareness, strategy, and survival. So, why does this matter for leadership? Well, people adapt when systems don't protect them. Intelligence fills the gap when safety is missing. And good leaders don't hoard knowledge, they share it so others don't get hurt. This applies everywhere, to workplaces, to healthcare, to schools, and to families. Leadership isn't about being the toughest, it's about helping people move safely through hard systems. Hustle. When the system rewards talent, hustle is what helped Biggie rise. He worked nonstop, stayed sharp, and used intelligence to move forward. The system rewarded that hustle. More attention, more pressure, more exposure. Biggie summed it up himself. Mo money, mo problems. Here's the leadership lesson. Hustle creates opportunity, but leadership is responsible for protection. When hustle is rewarded without protection, the system shifts from opportunity to extraction. Biggie's visibility kept increasing, but no one slowed things down. Protection never grew as the risk did. That's not a personal failure. That's a leadership failure. Danger, what put Biggie at risk? As Biggie became more successful, the risk around him grew. He was highly recognizable, traveling constantly while public rivalries stayed active and visible. Too many people knew where he was and when he would be there, and no one slowed things down. That's how danger builds. That combination is dangerous when no one steps in to reduce exposure. When leaders don't interrupt risk, success can turn deadly. On March 9th, 1997, Biggie was in Los Angeles for a music industry event. After leaving a crowded after party late at night, he was sitting in a vehicle in public traffic when a shooter approached and fired multiple shots. Biggie died from his injuries. He was 24 years old, and this wasn't unique to Biggie. Tupac Shakur was exposed to similar danger: constant visibility, active tensions, and not enough protection to interrupt the risk. Both deserved protection. With the right pauses, support, and safety, these risks didn't have to keep building. The people around them could have stepped in and provided protection. Slowing schedules, reducing exposure, letting tensions cool instead of pushing forward. Both Biggie and Tupac should have had that kind of protection. Leadership questions. Biggie's story leaves leaders with hard questions. As success grows, who is carrying the risk? What protection grows with visibility? And who is responsible for slowing things down before harm happens? These questions determine whether hustle creates opportunity or whether the system starts extracting from people instead. So, what is the takeaway? Biggie did everything right. He worked hard, stayed smart, and created real value. The system rewarded him, but it didn't protect him. That's not about luck. It shows what happens when success grows without enough care around it. Leaders can do better by slowing things down, reducing risk, and putting protection first when visibility and pressure increase. Hustle creates value. Protection keeps people alive and well. Leadership is responsible for both. A Sophia Care Alliance project. Leadership from the margins, rooted in truth, guided by compassion. Thank you for watching. Follow us at sophiacarealliance.org. Hashtag hustle and flow. Leadership hashtag anti-patriarchy in practice.